Hi, nice to see ya. Why don't you tell me how many people are going to be playing? Aw, poor you. You don't have any friends today. Oh well, what's your name? Okay, do me a big favor and pick which episode you want to play. Or you can press F to browse through your favorite episodes. "30 seconds. Now look, your buzzer is going to be the letter B. That's B, as in bobbing along.
20 seconds.
All right, listen up. Take notes. As soon as you think you know the answer to a question, buzz in. Then you have to hit the number that corresponds to the answer you want. Got that? Aloha!
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Hey, welcome to our Things That Get Stepped On episode. Oh, I've been waiting a while for this one. This episode is all about me and the oppressive environment I work in. Okay, really though, it's about dog poo, stuff like that. That's funny, right? Throw me a category. May I introduce Tales of a Socially Climbing Groupie. Let's see what you'll do for $1,000. Remember the 60s? Remember all that groovy music? See, I don't, because I enjoyed the 60s a bit too much. Please help me. Who's not your stepping stone? John Lennon of the Beatles, Peter Noon of Herman's Hermits, Mickey Dolenz of the Monkees sing I'm Not Your Stepping Stone, which goes something like, I'm not your stepping stone. No, I'm not your stepping stone. Actually, Davy Jones would make a better stepping stone than Mickey. He's much smaller, you see. Category, please.
Question or word. Question or word.
Let's take a look at The End Justifies the Meanie. You get this one, you pocket $2,000. You know, one of the keys to this business of comedy, as I like to call it, is to be funny without stepping on too many toes. If I literally step all over someone's toe, well, close, that's the ankle. But ankles aren't funny. The correct answer is broken finger and toe bones would be broken phalanges. And if you think about it, that would be kind of funny. All right, I need a category. The category is, Are You There, God? It's me, Schmitty. You get it right, you get $2K. Well, as much as I hate to admit it, I need your help here. I've been having a tough time these days, and I've been trying to remember the title of this great inspirational poem. It's a poem where this man dreams about asking God where he was during the saddest times in his life, and all I remember is that God says, it was then that I carried you. It's so beautiful. What the is the name of that poem? Walking. Footprints, one step at a time, or steps. Now I remember, of course, the poem is called Footprints. God's footprints were always alongside him, except, of course, during the toughest times when God carried him. Oh, I love that part. God, is that why there's one set of footprints for me, too?
No, Schmitty, you were too heavy, so I dropped you and kept going.
Time to pick a category. Hey, smart move, my friend. You just got your hands on a dis or dat. And this dis or dat questions category is, you could learn a lot from a 7-Eleven clerk. Okay, you've been through this. I'm just going to put your 30 seconds on the clock then. It's showtime. Riptide Rush, Watermelon Wave, Strawberry Splash, Whitewater Splash, Lightning Lemonade, Midnight Fun, one more, Twist, Ain't Got No More. Well, you didn't get those two, but at least you got the majority of them. Let's look at your score. All right, time marches on and all that stuff. Let's go. Give me a category. I believe this one is called Hollywood Has Stars on the Sidewalks and in the Gutter. You're looking at $3,000 on this one. See what you can do with this one. Because he or she was the first person to get a star on the Walk of Fame, whom has Hollywood been walking all over longer than anyone else? Shelley Winters, Joanne Woodward, Hume Cronin, or Humphrey Bogart? Woodward's star was the first one placed on the walk in 1960. And in honor of her wonderful work, she's now covered in gum, cigarette butts, and hawkers. All right, pick a category. Let's have a big warm welcome for somebody took a big dipper on my front lawn. You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. Hey, do you know that practical joke where you put the dog poo in a brown bag and then set it on fire? And some guy wants to put out the fire, so he steps on it? Say there's a burning bag of poo from the dog star on your doorstep. What celestial body should clean your shoes? Sirius, Polaris? The dog star is Sirius. Well, at least it wasn't Taurus leaving a bag of poo on your steps. Believe me, you do not want to have to step in a big flaming bag of bull. Throw me a category. Shake hands with one small step for man, one big paycheck for Jim Carrey. $2,000 for correct answer. All right, get ready to buzz in and type when you know the answer. Because he was the first person to take a step on the moon, who might have secretly taught Michael Jackson the moonwalk? Let's see what you got. Start. Oh, yeah, you want to be starting something, don't you? Yeah. Neil's the man. Yeah, sure, he's this big historical figure now, but I liked him better when he was a young pilot, taking to the skies with his brothers Tito and Jermaine. Category, please. We're calling this one, I majored in kvetching. $4K coming your way for a right answer. Forward march. What class might require you to see the movie Ants? Myrmecology 101, Seismology 101, Cytology 101, or Anthology 101? Myrmecology is the science of ants. Yes, Ants. The best Woody Allen, Sylvester Stallone action movie since Tango and Cash. I don't know. All right, I need a category. All right, flesh, butt, spits, I'm poor.
It's time for a Gibberish press run.
Let's see if you can make some sense out of this gibberish category. What's really in Mother Hubbard's cupboard? $10,000 right off the bat for this one. Okay, you're going to have about 30 seconds to solve this thing, but every second and a half, I'm going to take some of that cash back. Now, see if you can tell me what well-known counseling catchphrase this rhymes with. Shelv Zeppo? Damn! And remember, punctuation doesn't matter. All right, first clue. You go to one for help. You go to one for help when you just can't stop on your own. Last clue, take it once. It's all yours. Type in the answer in the... Hi, I'm Schmitty, and I haven't thought about 80s TV shows in 3 weeks.
Actually, Mr. Schmitzenstein, it's only been 2.5 weeks.
What you talking about, counselor? Give me a category. The category, the God of Abraham loves Lucy. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Oh man, last night I woke up in the middle of this nightmare about that I Love Lucy episode where she's stomping on the grapes at the winery. Suppose Lucy is stomping on the grapes to make wine for a Passover Seder. In addition to the dinner guests, which prophet will have a glass of wine that touched Lucy's feet poured for him? Jeremiah, Moses, Abraham, or Should have picked this one. At a Seder, you're supposed to set out an extra glass of wine for the prophet Elijah. Hey, and I'll bet something hilarious happens on the show, like Ricky drinks the wine, so Lucy and Ethel think the Messiah has come. That show is so funny. All right, pick a category.
Tra-la-la, tra-la-lee. Here's a question for you.
Today's specialties include, at quarterback, Sir Isaac Newton. You get a right answer, you're walking away with $4,000. You may not know this, but scientist and all-around smarty pants Isaac Newton once said he had been able to achieve his great success because he had stood on the shoulders of others. Considering the shoulders on which Newton claimed to have stood, which NFL team might have helped him further his career? The New York Giants, the New England Patriots, the Philadelphia Eagles, or the New Apple Schmapple. Wait till he gets hit in the head by a 250-pound linebacker. Sir Isaac Newton said, "If I have seen further to the end zone, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants," or something to that effect. Time to pick a category. Here we have She's Cooking, a Stairway to Heaven. If you know this one, you're getting $4,000. Put your head between your knees because we're going down. Say you want a spiral staircase installed in your Italian villa, but your moron carpenter builds you one made of spiral-shaped pasta. What will you be clambering up to get to your bedroom? A big feta. Those spirally pieces of pasta are usually called rotini. You know, I put in one of those pasta stairways once. Yeah, I got hungry, started to snack. I was stuck on the second floor for 3 days. Category, please. This category is known as Steppin' in Sheep Droppings. How does $2,000 sound? Okay, how about this? Do you remember that copy guy from Saturday Night Live who was always saying, making copies? Yeah, I guess you gotta find some way to amuse yourself when you're at the bottom of the corporate food chain. Anywho, say the copy guy worked at a biomedical company. That Scottish sheep who was created in the cloning experiment is named Dolly.
Dr. Rama, Dr. Roo, two pin dollies, in the lab,
Shut up! Throw me a category. And our special guest tonight, Calvin Klein, you've gone too far. I'll give you 4,000 clams for this bad boy. Let's see how you handle this one. If a fashion designer made the piece of women's clothing known as step-ins out of something you might step in, what would we see on the runway? Panties made of old gum, gloves made of wet cement, stockings made of mud, or shoes made of banana peels.
What size is she?
She's gotta be a tiny-sized chicklet.
Oh, I'm a double mint myself.
Chew on this. Step-ins is another name for a pair of panties. You want to see me blow some bubbles? You're about to embark upon the attack. Oh, well, someone's been attacked before. Let's see how much you've learned. Here's your clue. 7 ways to step on things. I'd like to dedicate this jack attack to all the little people who helped me on my way to the top. game. Player one, I couldn't have done a better job myself because I wouldn't have played by myself. I would have found something else to do, you know? Now, but seriously, player one, and this isn't easy for me to say.
You don't know Jack!
Sounds like someone
Well, isn't this just a special moment? You've gone and knocked some poor sap off the high scoreboard. They weren't even here to defend their position. Well, I hope you can live with yourself. Let me know if you want to play again. Maybe you can knock yourself off the list. So, if you want to save this episode in your little black book as a favorite, just hit F.
See what I mean?
Also available, the Screaming Mimi smoke detector and the Screaming Mimi baby monitor.
Today in the court of the Honorable Oracle, he promised a polka-rific good time for her wedding reception. She says it was more like polka-thetic. They've decided to bring their dispute here to the Oracle at Delphi. The sagebrush has been lit. Let's check in on the action.
With what question do you query the Oracle?
Your Honor, this man said he had a polka band, but he didn't even have an accordion.
That's a lie, Speaker of Apollo. She's a liar.
Shut your elk trap, and beware the crossing at Thebes.
Your Oracleness, my family expected the chicken dance. What could I tell them?
Only death awaits those that cross the fates. Now, do you have a receipt for the band?
The Oracle warned of Oedipus's fate, but how will it sort this mess out?
Judge, we polka'd their butts off.
May Zeus strike me dead. They were awful.
The Oracle has made a decision. Judgment goes to the one with the pure heart.
I've got a pure heart.
Not what I heard from the best man.
I guess that'll close the seal on the case of the pitiful polka and this session in the court of the Honorable Oracle.